My question is probably to both of you. And
Probably. You're not sure.
no, I am, but whoever wishes to answer this. So it's been all about a cult of personalities in the past 1 hour, one after the other, and you've said repeatedly it's going to be a presidential election. So presumably, Mr. Modi is going to make it a presidential election. Does any party, for any, whether it's a regional leader or a national leader, in terms of policies, has something concrete to say in education, in environment, in health, that I'm going to spend this percent on GDP, this is going to be publicly funded, not an insurance-based model, or in terms of Mr. Modi may talk about other things, but if you look at Tamil Nadu, if you look at many other historical examples, which I think you all very know well about, can somebody promise me universalization of health and education in 5 years with a concrete roadmap in their election agenda? And do you think that partly all of this has become a cult of personality because somewhere deep down the line, we know, at least in health, education, and environment, the BJP and the Congress are no different from each other. And as Arun Shari said, it's BJP is merely Congress with a cow. So do you think that it has been reduced to a cult of personalities because there is no policy difference between them?
No, thank you. Fantastic question. And I think, again, I'll give a short answer, but this is something that the wire should take up, with a social policy expert, have a dialogue on health, education, and environment. I'd say the BJP's record is worse than that of the Congress party. Marginally worse, but worse. All right. Certainly on education, look, it's like this, that in education is the sector I know best. So if you had 20 candidates for Vice Chancellor of JNU, the Congress, the Congress would appoint the 4th or 5th in the list because the first 3 had not paid obeisance to the first family enough, right? The BJP would look for the 200 best. So I know it's marginal. I also said that the Congress has had a healthy respect for quality scientists, and that Indira Gandhi had it, Rajiv Gandhi had it, and Manmohan Singh had it also, right? So if Environment Minister, the only Environment Minister who was not utterly hopeless was Jairam Ramesh, right? So I think, to be fair, even with health, I would name these people because they're both retired. In recent memory, the 2 most outstanding health secretaries were Sujata Rao and Keshav Desi Raju, right? As it turned out, Keshav Desi Raju was removed by a malignant Congress minister, but the BJP never appoint people of that caliber, right? So I think on health and education, the record of the BJP is much worse. In education particularly because they promote, intriguers, manipulators, ideologues who've never published a research paper in their life because no journal will ever publish what they write, right? Okay, so however, those are important issues. Some states have done much better. If Sitaram Yechuri had been Chief Minister of Kerala in the past, he could have talked about what Kerala has done because unlike Mr. Vijayan, unlike Mr. Antony, unlike Mr. Uman Cherian, he speaks unaccented English and unaccented Hindi. So he could have talked about it, right? So there are states that have done well. He could have talked about, what they've done. I think one fault line that you have mentioned, which I think again deserves a full discussion by a real expert, is environment. I think that is somewhere where we are heading absolutely for disaster. India is an environmental basket case. Delhi was cited the Yamuna because the Yamuna is dead. The air the destruction of biodiversity, the toxicity of the soils, the depleting of our water tables all across, right? I mean, India is heading for an environmental disaster in which ordinary Indians will suffer and no government is remotely willing to tackle it. So these are all important issues which I think should be debated. But I would still say, and I think you are nodding your head, you agree with me, that the Congress was not as appallingly bad as the BJP, particularly on health and education.
To receive instant updates on all videos from The Wire, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Pay to support independent journalism. Click the link in the description and choose the amount you want to pay.